If you're watching this during winter, you already know cold is not an inconvenience, it's a threat. Before we get into it, take a second to subscribe to Warfield Prepper Chronicles and like this video. This channel exists to preserve hard-earned survival knowledge that modern systems have made people forget. Now let's get straight to it. This technique was built around trapping heat, not generating it. During those long winter power outages back in the early 20th century, households, they relied on a heat layering method that was designed to conserve body warmth over extended periods, even without fuel, electricity, or a constant fire. The principle was, honestly, simple and a bit ruthless. Shrink the heated space, layer from the ground up, and seal warmth where people actually live. Folks didn't bother trying to heat their entire homes. Instead, they concentrated heat into just one small living zone. Often a single room, and sometimes, only a section of that room. Furniture was, rearranged to block out those cold walls. Heavy tables, wardrobes, and even stacked crates acted as thermal barriers. This clever approach reduced heat loss and created a little microclimate that stayed warmer for longer, even after the heat source went out. Floor insulation was treated as more important than wall insulation. Cold rises from the floor faster than most people realize. The forgotten technique placed extreme emphasis on insulating the ground. Families layered rugs, straw mats, folded clothing, newspapers, and even sacks beneath where they slept or sat. The goal was to eliminate direct contact with cold surfaces. In modern terms, this means never sitting or sleeping directly on a cold floor during a winter outage. Layer cardboard, folded blankets, sleeping pads, or spare clothing beneath you. This single adjustment can dramatically reduce heat loss and prevent hypothermia, especially overnight. Vertical heat layering kept warm air where it mattered. Heat rises, and people use that fact aggressively. Beds were raised, not lowered. Sleeping platforms were built higher, using boxes, pallets, or furniture to lift bodies into warmer air. Thick covers were layered from the bottom up, with the densest materials closest to the body. Clothing followed the same logic. Instead of bulky outerwear, people layered thin, dry garments that trapped air. Wool, cotton, and linen were favoured because they retained warmth, even when damp. Today, this translates to layering base layers, insulating layers, and wind-blocking outer layers, even indoors during a power outage. Canopies, blankets, or sheets were hung above sleeping areas to trap rising heat. This created a pocket of warm air that stayed contained throughout the night. This technique was common in drafty homes and during wartime fuel shortages. You can apply this now by rigging a blanket or tarp above a bed or seating area using cords or furniture. It doesn't need to look good. It needs to work. Heat was preserved during inactivity, not wasted chasing comfort. People stayed still. Movement was minimized. Calories were conserved. Warmth came from retained heat, not constant activity. Hot water bottles, heated stones wrapped in cloth, and even warmed bricks were placed near the feet or core before sleep. Today, a sealed water bottle filled with hot water inside a sock does the same job. Place it near your feet or abdomen and layer insulation around it. Cold kills through exposure and fatigue. This method reduced both. If this kind of real, field-tested winter survival knowledge matters to you, subscribe to Warfield Prepper Chronicles and share this with someone who needs it. These techniques kept people alive when systems failed, and they still work today.